Good evening. We are Steeple, and we connect churches with people. So, have you ever looked for a church? Anyone? I'd imagine most of us have at some point. And it's a long process of trial and error is what we typically find. It can be that we end up in the wrong place, we feel like we don't fit in, or we look for information on the web and we don't really find very much. The tech industry for churches, the amount that they invest is about $12.1 billion. And what we find is that churches are continually looking for members and they can find better ways to invest this money. Through our customer validation, we did a survey and we got several responses, and 36% said that they are currently unhappy with their current church. This is a very saddening, sad fact. And what we also found is that when they look for churches, they often consult either their family or friends or online information. So just a couple of quotes. This is very typical of what we saw as we walked and canvassed the area. And we found that people have went from several churches trying to find one, and sometimes they get very disappointed and give up. And then we also found that they would be very happy if there were a better way to find information so that they know what to expect before even entering a church.
Cool, so she just said it's a $12.1 billion market. And for that much money, this is a very, very antiquated industry, if you can tell. So if you were going to go look for a church in Cincinnati right now, here are your three options. Most of them are directories, like you see in the right-hand corner. Find the church as the market leader. Right now they're showing 4 separate churches here in Cincinnati. To give you a good look at contrast, let me show you what we built this weekend. I think people are willing to deal with this because it's Christian. They feel like they have to, but I really think that's unacceptable. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a zip code in here and search by zip code to see the churches that appear in that zip code. From this, we get a list here of churches that have populated. Now, we can choose denominations here. So let's see, we want to see the Baptist churches, Episcopal. Each church gets their own web page, and let's just pick Nord Presbyterian here. It shows you some information about the church. It shows you the events coming up, as well as some information about, is it laid back? Is there quiet music? Is there loud music here? Also a stream spot so they can view the churches online. This is giving and empowering churches with additional technology they wouldn't typically have. Does anybody know how to get back to the PowerPoint? We're going to talk about revenue models. Ria's going to get that here in a second. Oh yeah. There's a back-end thing as well. So churches need to get on here and they can populate their own web page. We've got plugins here, so this is like an affiliate type revenue model. Where there's video plugins, anything technology that churches would want.
So a little more on the revenue. When the church is setting up their page, they will have plugins that they can choose from. So it's either they want to embed videos, it may help, they may need services to do videos or to do live streaming. They also often they like apps on tithing, and so on the website they can actually enable users to tithe. And so we would have affiliates who partner with us to give those services through our website. And then churches could also pay to have their churches to have either their church or their events featured to the public when you do the search for other churches. So our customers and how we're going to get them is...
Can we have the next team line up over there in the corner and judges, Q&A?
Did you interview any churches to see if this is something that they want to be able to attract people?
Yes, so we did talk with churches, particularly like staff, and they said that this would be something they could really use, particularly because their website is old right now and they just want to upgrade.
So yeah, there's some websites.
There's some frustration with 50% of churches actually don't have a website, and finding like a kid to do the website is tough for them.
So the focus is on finding the church. Once I found them, why would I come back to the website for tithing or membership directory or information? Just close that loop for me. I get it on the search. Brilliant design, but now I'm a member. Why do I keep using this?
So we'll have to build some type of social component into the site, and there's a couple of different ways we can do it. So what we did find with our survey is that 76% of people already go to their church websites if they have a website. And so they are going to their church websites and going to those tithing applications or looking at calendars. So any church who builds a website using the plugins from our site, that's where they're going to get people going back to that site. For anybody who just came across the church, there will be some sort of social component where they can interact and see where their friends are going to, what events they're at churches that their friends are going to, so that they could go to those events as well.
Right. So we're trying to democratize online interactions. People can view church live stream, whereas they couldn't typically before.
Once you got this up and running, what other verticals could you go to? Could you go to private schools? Where else could you take this type of thinking?
So we definitely want to scale to other denominations, other religions, and then we're also looking to scale globally. Those are going to be our first two.
You're in the religious vertical.
Yes, that would be at least one of the earliest focus. We definitely stay with the religious focus.